Alright, so I haven't done a day of eating in a while. Most of you know I don't really want to be in front of the camera anymore since the eye surgery stuff, but until this doctor writes me a check for $33 million, I have too many people that depend on me, and I felt really bad. The turkey farmer this year, since I wasn't doing YouTube and wasn't advertising the Thanksgiving turkeys for sale, we sold like 10% of what we were supposed to. So there's a lot of consequences until I can get compensated for what happened to me. I gotta kind of try my best to keep the YouTube and everything going. So we're gonna do a simple day of eating. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm having. I'm not gonna sit here and eat because then it turns into like a 40-minute video. Maybe we'll do that again in the future. For breakfast, I was doing the collagen pancakes. This is relatively new. Ever since I started making the bagels for Pure Sourdough, I've been having bagels for breakfast. It's only been a few days now. I like taking these, I slice them in half, I put them in a fry pan on the stove with a little bit of butter, and then I put a little bit of water in the pan to steam them. So I'm kind of like toasting and steaming the bread just to kind of freshen it up. If this stuff is like fresh out the oven, it's pretty good, but anytime after that, it does taste better when you warm it up a little bit with some steam. So we got our Pure Sourdough bagels. This and all the bread will be available on the meat website when I post this video. We made a very limited amount. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys purchase it continuously every week so I can bring someone on full time to help make the bread products. I might just bring them on anyway. Protein source, we have some Iberico ham. This is half of the 2-ounce $12 package. So $5-6 to have Iberico ham for breakfast every day. Not a bad deal at all. So we got our protein, we got our carbohydrates, we got our apple for dessert, Fuji water is the hydration, Masticum after the meal. We have the supplement routine. Before I actually had to go into work early, I've come home now to have breakfast. I took the male virility and the third eye supplement before leaving for work this morning, and now a few hours later I'm home to have breakfast. Supplements with this meal being vitamin B1, that's for carbohydrate metabolism, zinc complex, molybdenum, and magnesium complex. We're still dealing with some copper toxicity, so still trying to detox that copper. So the probiotic is also with these in the fridge. And just to recap, this is what I have with pretty much every single meal, regardless.
Remember, this is the guy who said vegans have to take like 50 supplements a day to stay healthy, and how many pills is this guy fucking on? Dodo, $22, I bet you Frank's... Dodo, $22, I bet you Frank's bread and bagels are stale and tough and dense and dry and disgusting. They probably have no flavor and have horrible texture like a child made it, and it's been sitting out for 3 days. Yeah, probably, especially since it's sourdough. Sourdough tends to be more tough and dense and have a gross flavor and texture. So yeah, thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Are some other things that I might add in. Zinc, molybdenum, magnesium, B1, and probiotic. That's with every single meal. If I eat a lot for lunch, like I'll put the macronutrient enzymes in there, I'll have one of those. If I feel like I need more help with carbohydrate digestion, I'll have some vitamin C. And then multi-mineral calcium, K2, B complex, D3. Those are thrown in there on occasion. The B complex probably every other day. The thing we're trying to figure out here is when I eat these foods, what nutrients are getting depleted in my body, and it's primarily from carbohydrate metabolism. That's why we have the vitamin C and the B1. Those are heavily depleted when you eat carbohydrates. So I'll try a piece of this bread for you guys, objectively. I mean, it's a bagel, you know, and I haven't been able to eat stuff like this in years because, you know, I'm too lazy to make it. And when I'm really crazy with my diet, having only glass bottle mineral water, I don't want to buy the organic breads from the store. Yeah, they're decent, they're available, but it's ruining my diet. So I'm happy we have this now. I'm happy we can offer this to you guys. And I really enjoy this breakfast because I don't really have to cook anything. I just open a package of ham, grab the bagel, piece of Iberico ham on the bagel. If you guys haven't tried this Iberico, it's a very special product. There's a reason it's the most expensive ham in the world. It's closer to caviar than it is Wagyu. It does take me a lot longer to eat this breakfast though, because I like to sit here and...
I really hate hearing him slap his gums.
Enjoy my bagel with Iberico ham, like just tiny bites at a time. If anyone else was making these bagels, they'd be charging you $5 each.
It's bread. It's like the cheapest thing you could possibly make. It's literally just wheat. It's all it is.
Probably normal New York City
Donate
bagel price now anyway. So now that I have a bagel in my stomach, I'm gonna take the supplements. I mean, if we really want to get like specific, there is timing on each of these, what point in the meal you should take them, but I just like having a few bites of food in my stomach, then I take the supplements. And then, I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want this to be 40 minutes, but I'm going to eat everything. I'm going to have my bagel and my Iberico ham, then I'm going to have my apple, and at the end of the meal, I'm going to have mastic gum and vitamin C for anti-H. pylori. I also like to have charcoal just to kind of absorb the toxic bile coming out. So I'll have that charcoal at the end of the meal with the vitamin C and the mastic gum. So this supplement routine has been crucial to me feeling good and having everything in check. And I cannot speak highly enough about the formulations I have come up with for the probiotic and the macronutrient enzyme. These are so effective. No one else has any other product like them on the market. And yeah, a lot of the products on organ supplements are very unique, like the magnesium, the zinc complex, the multimineral. No one else is.
You can literally find this at your local grocery store.
Offering products like that, but the probiotic and macronutrient enzymes are so shockingly effective, you will be amazed. The first time you have that macronutrient enzymes, it'll literally dissolve the food in your stomach for you, and then your body will even recycle those enzymes. So if you take that pill once in the morning with breakfast, you'll digest well all day. And if you've been having irregular bowel movements, if you take 2 or 3 of those probiotic pills per meal for a day, you'll have perfectly normal bowel movements. And
that is not how probiotics work.
this stuff is so strong and effective. I only took 1 of those probiotic pills. 2 is actually too many at this point. Initially, you might need a little more for the first day or 2 to fix your gut, but let me stop yapping. I gotta eat and get back to work, so we'll see you guys for lunch.
Frank is a lying
we are
retard.
back for our 5 p.m. lunch. Protein source ribeye steak, sourdough bread carbohydrates. We got some white bean puree / hummus for soluble fiber, extra detox for the liver. Our usual Honeycrisp apple for dessert. The ribeye was pan-seared and a little bit of coconut oil finished with Frankie's 8+ liquid gold steak sauce. And then I take some of the juices and that steak sauce and I put it in the hummus to give it more flavor because it's too much juice for the steak. There's also some of the New York City style steak seasoning, which is just salt and pepper on that. This is actually sourdough bread that's from last week. So I did the same thing that I did with the bagel for breakfast. I just toasted it in the pan a little bit, put a little bit of water in the pan when it was hot, covered the pan, steamed the bread. Delicious. Yeah. The bread seems like...
Buzzed until they said the guy who...
after 3, 4, 5 days on the counter, it's hard to cut, it's stale, but it still freshens up really well with some steam. As I said earlier, we will have sourdough bread available on the meat website, burger buns, bagels, even some like raw dough that you guys can use for your own stuff. So my phone's about to die, so I'll just explain the difference in the supplement routine for this meal real quick. We have our 1 probiotic pill, that's from the fridge. We're gonna do the same things that we did for breakfast. The B1, the zinc complex, we'll molybdenum, and magnesium. These are all antagonists to copper. They all absorb and bind to copper. We had some vitamin C with the breakfast at the end, so I'm not going to take another vitamin C today. But I will take a macronutrient enzyme because I'm probably going to eat a lot of bread this meal. So I want to make sure it's all digested efficiently. I'm just going to take one of the macronutrient enzymes. So I'll just eat the protein source as I have it with the bread, have some hummus. After a few bites, I'll have my capsules, and then at the end of the meal, I'll have the apple for dessert, masticum, and charcoal to finish off the meal. Wash down with glass bottle mineral water. So this is a bone-in ribeye steak from Frankie's Strange Meat. We'll have the bread available on the website. I think we still have some white bean hummus in stock. We might be sold out. Not sure if we're going to continue that. And if you need it, we have glass jar Honeycrisp apples on the foods website. So it's 2 in the morning. After I had my evening lunch, I did some work on my computer and laid down a few hours. Got back up, did a few more hours of work on my computer, and now made dinner. 2 a.m. dinner. This is a little different because I use shrimp as a protein source. We have bigger seafood selection now on Frankie's Strange Meat. We have like shrimp, scallops, mahi-mahi, a few things from Wixter Seafoods, which is just frozen, no preservatives, and then we have some more affordable like cod, salmon, halibut from Alaskan Leader, same thing, no preservatives added. So, I mean, I haven't had shrimp in I don't know how many years because it's just hard to find a quality source of seafood that you can trust that's minimal pollution. This is our typical bowl of udon noodles with white bean puree as pasta sauce that we've been doing for a few years now. I've had to have this meal at least like 1,000 times. And the shrimp replaced beef. Sometimes I use Iberico pork as well. So we're just kind of swapping out the protein. Maybe I'll sleep a little better without the iron, but I'm not sure if it'll make much of a difference. So I just took the shrimp, sauteed it in the pan, added some collagen bone broth, a little bit of white tomato sauce. Guys, I haven't spoken about that white tomato sauce enough. That has been a huge addition to my diet, and I've done a lot of innovation and creativity when it comes to this liver detox diet because most people were eating like brown rice and beans and beef that's it. Completely miserable. Brown rice, beef, and beans every single meal. That's all they ate to detox their liver. So me bringing these meals in, stuff like white tomato sauce, very, very unique, minimally inflammatory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason he's obsessed with this liver detox thing is because he's an alcoholic. And he's like paranoid that he's getting liver damage from it.
Products that you can eat on any diet. Very, very special stuff. It really makes the diet livable. So shrimp in the pan, collagen bone broth, white tomato sauce, a little bit of Frankie's steak sauce. It's just the umami kind of replicating like the flavors you would get from making a demi-glace or a stock or like a really reduced lobster bisque. So just adding more flavor to it. And then we took a little bit of the white bean puree and added to that for some creaminess and some soluble fiber. And there's also some artichokes in the white bean puree. So a little garlic flavor as well. So we basically have a nice, creamy shrimp pasta. The only thing I might have added more is I took some Iberico pork scraps from the ham. This would maybe been even more like a shrimp carbonara, would have been even tastier, but small amount of protein, a lot of starch, give the liver something to soak all that toxic bile into. I'm not going to have any probiotic or enzymes with dinner. Depends on how I feel, and I haven't had the biggest appetite for dinner lately. I usually make way too much. Most of the time I only eat half of this. So I'm not going to take a probiotic or enzyme, but I will take a B1, zinc, and molybdenum. So B1, zinc, molybdenum for dinner, that's it. Just, a minimal amount of the B vitamin to help with carbohydrate digestion, zinc and molybdenum to counteract the copper toxicity. And we have the probiotic and the enzymes in my stomach from earlier to kind of help digest this. We don't need any more. Then we're gonna have the typical Honeycrisp apple for dessert. And as usual, at the end of every meal, masticum with activated charcoal. I'll try this real quick for you guys. Iberico ham in here for carbonara. This would be really, really delicious. Like if I worked all day and I'm really tired, I'll fall asleep and I won't wake up to have dinner. Like I'll go to bed at 7 and I'll go to bed at 8 or 9 and I'll wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning. So sometimes I have to skip dinner, but today we have some. This is really more work and then go to bed. I gotta edit this video and I gotta get up early and do some stuff. So thank you guys for joining me for the day of eating. Got all the supplements, I'm organ supplements, very special. So pending laboratory testing, you guys might see me having some dairy again, hopefully, and just more stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully it pans out very soon. But in the meantime, we got a lot of creative stuff already for you guys, and pure sourdough launched today, basically. I'll talk more about that in the vlog on Monday. I'll show you guys the products, explain everything in depth, and hopefully that goes well so I can employ more people and support more of the community. Who knew selling bread wasn't that profitable? My hair's kind of crazy, but I wanted to show you guys how concentrated this new shaving cream is that we have on Frankie's Naturals. Only 6 ingredients.
He looks fucking retarded, dude.
And about half the price of any other natural shave cream online. So I already shaved my face with some clippers and a foil shaver.
Oh my god. He got another tattoo. The stupid rope. What the fuck? Why?
To get nice and close. I like to use a razor blade just to get even closer. So,
Oh my god, it looks like a teddy bear. Dude, it's so why? Oh my god. He's such a retard. Why would he fucking get that? Dude, it's literally a teddy bear. Look. See? Teddy bear.
I just take a wet towel, wipe my face down real quick, and then I'm going to apply just a little more than a pea-sized amount of shaving cream. And this really lathers up super quickly, and it's really effective for such a small amount, especially if you're already using clippers or foil shaver. I think this one tube is going to last me months and months and months. Really depends on how often you shave, and if you're shaving your entire body, obviously you're going to use up a lot more shaving cream. So I'm able to pretty much cover my entire face and neck with just a pea-sized amount. Obviously, if I use a little more, I could get a thicker coat, but that's not really necessary for this product. You want lather up a layer real quick. The color will kind of go away, then you shave, and then you could reapply more if you have to shave again.
Beef butter is the beef tallow moisturizing cream that we have available on Frankie's Naturals. And the main differences between this and others on the market is one, affordability. And people are charging crazy like $20, $30, $40 for tallow moisturizer. This is less than $10. It has a minimal formula that's effective. People are putting essential oils and things in there that are actually irritating to the skin. More importantly, it's rendered at a low temperature, and we're not using, repeatedly rendered tallow, which is heavily oxidized. Only 3 ingredients, guys: beef tallow, jojoba oil, shea butter. Our previous formula wasn't whipped, but the whip texture makes it really nice and easy to apply.
That looks really
I just didn't
gross.
want to do it with, the regular at-home machinery, because you have to have really special equipment to not over-oxidize the fats.
Well, that's nice and gross. All right.